Welcome to the theme, Are You a Mother or a Murderer? In the speech to the missionary women. I'm Sandra.
And I'm Sarah.
Today we are sitting down to discuss something critical. We're moving past the fluff and looking at the specific, useful blueprints for what it actually means to be a mother.
Exactly. It's about moving from just surviving the day to actually thriving in it. We are so happy you're here with us to unpack this.
So let's get into it. The episode today is focusing on, Are you a mother or a murderer?
I have to say, Sandra, that title, it hit me right in the chest when I first saw it. Murderer? It feels violent.
It is violent, Sarah. But I think that's the point. The text we're looking at today uses that word to shock us out of complacency. We aren't talking about a crime scene with yellow tape. We're talking about a crime of the spirit.
Yeah, it's asking if we are the nurturers of our own souls or the silent neglectors of our own potential. And honestly, I think a lot of us are pleading guilty.
Let's break down the mother side first, because logically we know what a mother does. The text defines it as investment.
Oh, absolutely. It's seeing what will be, not just what is. When I look at my kids or even the women I mentor in the ministry, I'm their biggest defense attorney. I protect their dreams. I tell them, you can do this, even when they're failing.
Right. You validate the effort, not just the outcome. That's the definition of a nurturer. You pour out resources, time, energy, money to ensure something else grows.
Something else. That's the catch, isn't it?
That is the tragedy. We are world-class mothers to our families, our churches, our spouses. But in our relentless act of mothering the world, we become the murderers of ourselves.
Hmm. That's a hard pill to swallow. Murderer of self? It feels dramatic, but when you think about it, it's true. It's heartbreaking when we do that to ourselves. We defend everyone else's garden and let ours turn into a wasteland.
The source text actually identifies 3 weapons we use to commit this crime. The first is the murder of vision.
Ugh. Is this where we talk about procrastination?
Unfortunately, yes. But it's not just laziness, Sarah. It's fear. It's routine. How many women listening right now have a book in their heart, or a business idea, or a skill they want to learn?
But they feel guilty. I feel that. It's like if I take 2 hours to write, I'm stealing that time from my family, so I postpone it.
Exactly. And that postponement is the murder weapon. You are killing the potential God placed inside you by letting self-doubt paralyze you.
It's so sad. We replace intentional living with just reacting to everyone else's emergencies.
Which leads to the second weapon, the murder of healthy connection. This one is about vulnerability.
This one feels heavier. It's about the walls we build, right?
Yes, bitterness and isolation. The text says we murder connection when we hold on to past hurts. We refuse to let people in because we've been burned before.
I think sometimes we hold on to resentment like a shield. We think it protects us. But really, it just poisons the water. If we don't forgive, we're just trapping ourselves in a cage with our own ghosts. It's lonely in there.
It is, and isolation is lethal to the spirit. But the third weapon, I think this is the most common one, the murder of self-care and self-worth.
The exhaustion.
The belief that rest is a luxury, not a necessity.
Oh, Sandra, I am so guilty of this. I run until I crash. I think if I'm not exhausted, I'm not working hard enough.
And that's the lie. The text says we neglect the vessel God gave us. If you run the engine into the ground, the car stops moving. You can't pour from an empty cup.
But we try to. We try to pour from an empty cup every single day. And then we wonder why we're anxious and snapping at the people we love. It's self-sabotage.
So, here is the challenge, the call to action. We need to transition from self-murderer to self-nurturer.
I love the question the speech asks. Imagine if you treated your child the way you treat your own dreams.
Think about that. Would you tell your child their dreams are stupid? Would you deny them food or sleep?
Never. I would never do that. I tell them they are worthy. I'd make sure they rested.
Right. You validate the effort, not just the outcome. That's the definition of a nurturer. You pour out resources, time, energy, money, to ensure something else grows. So the blueprint is simple, even if it's hard to execute. 1. Mother your vision. Take 10 minutes, just 10. Write down the purpose you've been avoiding.
2. Mother your connections. Forgive.
Choose vulnerability. Call that friend. Let the wall down just a little bit. And 3. Mother your vessel.
Stop apologizing for needing a nap. Seriously, demand rest. Your value isn't just in what you produce, it's in who you are.
Your internal flame needs protection. The world needs your light, but a candle can't shine if it's melted down to nothing.
That is beautiful. It's time to be the fierce mother of our own souls.
Look, changing these habits isn't an overnight switch, but little by little, you can make your beliefs work for you rather than against you.
Exactly. It's about catching yourself when you say, I can't, and whispering back, maybe I can.
We really want to thank you for spending your time with us today. If this episode sparked something in you, or if you felt seen by what we discussed, please take a moment to support us.
Yes, please hit that like button, share this video with a friend who might need to hear it, and drop a comment below. Tell us which part of today's topic was the hardest for you to accept. We honestly read the comments, and we'd love to hear your story.
Your engagement helps us keep these conversations going.
Be kind to yourselves out there.
And please come back for the next edition of Speech to Missionary Woman.
Bye for now.